If you are here right now, reading these words, watching this message, it is no coincidence. Something deeper is happening. You did not stumble upon this by accident. You were guided here, pulled by an invisible force that your logical mind cannot fully comprehend. The divine has been orchestrating events, aligning circumstances and moving pieces across the board of your life to bring you to this precise moment. And what I am about to reveal will challenge everything you thought you knew about where you stand and what is coming next. There is a shift taking place, not just in your personal world, but across the entire fabric of reality as we know it. The spiritual realm is moving with an intensity that has not been seen in generations. Forces are aligning, seasons are changing. And those who have been walking in the dark, living disconnected from their true purpose, separated from the divine source that sustains all life, they are about to face something they are not prepared for. A reckoning is on the horizon, but for you, something entirely different is unfolding. You are being prepared for elevation. You are being equipped for a mission. You are being called into a dimension of purpose that will require everything you have and everything you are willing to become. Before we go any further, I want you to do something. If this message is resonating with your spirit right now, if something inside you is stirring as you listen to these words, I need you to hit that like button. Let that simple action be your agreement with what is being spoken over your life. And if you have not already, subscribe to this channel because we are building a community of awakened souls, people who are no longer content to sleep through the most critical moments of their existence. We are pushing toward 50,000 strong, a tribe of chosen ones who recognize their assignment. And here is what I want you to do right now. Go to the comments and type the number 111. Do not overthink it. Just type 111. Let that be your signal to the universe. Your declaration that you are ready, that you are willing, that you are saying yes to whatever is about to unfold. Now, let me tell you what is really happening beneath the surface of your daily experience. You have been feeling it, have you not? There is a restlessness in your spirit that will not go away no matter how much you try to distract yourself. You wake up in the middle of the night and your mind is racing with thoughts you cannot quite organize. You feel pulled toward something, but you cannot name it. Old pleasures do not satisfy you anymore. The entertainment that used to keep you occupied now feels empty. The conversations that used to fulfill you now feel shallow. The routines that once brought comfort now feel like chains holding you back from something greater. This is not depression. This is not you losing your grip on reality. This is your spirit waking up. This is the divine frequency cutting through the noise of the world and calling you to attention. You are being activated. Your spiritual senses are sharpening. You are beginning to perceive things that others around you cannot see. You are starting to feel the weight of things that others dismiss as insignificant. And this is exactly what happens when God is preparing someone for a mission that requires a higher level of awareness, a deeper level of sensitivity, and a stronger level of faith. The book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19 says this, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." That word was spoken thousands of years ago, but it is alive today. It is active. It is speaking directly to your situation right now. God is doing something new in your life, and it is already beginning to emerge. It is springing up even as you watch this. But the question is, do you perceive it? Are you paying attention? Are you spiritually alert enough to recognize what is happening? Here is the reality. The world is standing on the edge of a transformation unlike anything this current generation has witnessed. Systems that people thought were unshakable are going to be exposed as fragile. Foundations that seemed solid are going to crack. Structures that were built on lies, greed, pride, and human arrogance are going to collapse under their own weight. And when that shaking begins, when everything that can be shaken starts to tremble, only those who have built their lives on something unshakable will remain standing. Those who have anchored themselves in the truth, those who have rooted their identity in something eternal, those who have placed their trust in the divine rather than in temporary systems. They will stand firm. But those who have built their lives on sand, those who have put their hope in money, status, relationships, career success, social media validation, they are going to watch everything they relied on crumble before their eyes. And the panic that will set in, the confusion that will flood their minds, the desperation that will grip their hearts. It will be unlike anything they have experienced before. But you, if you are truly one of the chosen, you will not be caught off guard. You will not be blindsided. You will not be thrown into chaos, because you are being warned right now. You are being prepared right now. You are being equipped right now. And the preparation you are receiving in this season, the trials you are walking through, the pressures you are facing, they are not punishments. They are training. They are strengthening you. They are building capacity in you for what is coming next. If this is landing in your spirit, if you can feel the weight of what I am saying, take a moment and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. There are people in your life right now who are on the edge of awakening, who are one message away from a breakthrough, who need to be shaken out of their spiritual sleep. You could be the vessel that carries this word to them. Do not underestimate the power of one share, one conversation, one moment of obedience. Now, let me speak directly to something you have been feeling, but maybe have not had the language to express. You have been sensing that your calling is bigger than what you are currently doing. You have been feeling like there is a weight on your life, a responsibility, an assignment that you have not fully stepped into yet. You look around at your current reality, and you know, deep down, that this is not the fullness of what you were created for. There is more. There is something greater. There is a level of impact, influence, and purpose that you have only glimpsed in moments of clarity. And you might have even questioned yourself. You might have thought, who am I to think I am special? Who am I to believe I have some great purpose? Who am I to imagine that God has singled me out for something significant? Let me answer that question for you. You are not special because you are better than other people. You are not chosen because you are more talented, more intelligent, or more deserving. You are chosen because you said yes when others said no. You are chosen because you kept your heart soft when life tried to harden it. You are chosen because you did not let betrayal turn you bitter. You did not let disappointment turn you cynical. You did not let pain turn you cold. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He does not select people based on their resume. He selects them based on the condition of their heart. And your heart, despite everything it has been through, despite every wound it has carried, despite every scar it bears, your heart is still open. Your heart is still willing. Your heart is still capable of receiving what God wants to pour into it. And that is why you are here. That is why this message found you. That is why your spirit is responding to these words right now. Psalm 46 verse the 1st of December layers this truth: God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Notice the language there. Not a distant helper, not an occasional supporter, a very present help. He is near, he is involved, He is actively working in your situation, even when you cannot see the evidence yet. Even when it feels like nothing is changing. Even when it looks like you are stuck in the same place. He is present. He is moving. He is orchestrating outcomes that you cannot yet perceive. And as this shift intensifies, as the divide between light and darkness becomes more pronounced, as the separation between those who are awake and those who are asleep becomes more obvious, you are going to see something incredible happen. You are going to witness a great awakening among people who have been wandering in the wilderness for years. People who walked away from their faith, people who turned their backs on God, people who chose the path of rebellion, selfishness, and independence. They are going to start coming back, not because life suddenly became easy for them, not because everything fell into place and they no longer needed help, but because the emptiness finally became too loud to ignore, because the distractions stopped working, because the temporary pleasures stopped bringing satisfaction, because the achievements stopped filling the void, because the relationships stopped healing the loneliness. And in that moment of absolute desperation, when they have exhausted every other option, when they have tried everything else and found it all lacking, they will remember the truth they once knew. They will remember the love they once felt. They will remember the peace they once experienced, and they are going to come back. Some of them will come back quietly, slipping into the presence of God with tears streaming down their faces, broken, humbled, desperate for the grace they once rejected. Others will come back loudly, publicly declaring the transformation that has taken place in their hearts, testifying to the goodness of a God who never stopped pursuing them even when they ran as far as they could. And you, chosen one, you have a role to play in this restoration process. You are not called to stand at the door with your arms crossed, reminding them of every mistake they made. You are not called to make them feel worse than they already feel. You are not called to hold their past over their heads as a weapon of shame. You are called to be a vessel of grace. You are called to extend the same mercy that was extended to you. You are called to welcome them back with open arms, just as the Father welcomed the prodigal son, not with condemnation, but with celebration. Matthew chapter 12, verse 20 paints a beautiful picture of God's heart toward broken people. It says, "A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out." Think about that imagery. A bruised reed is fragile, damaged, barely standing. A smoldering wick is weak, fading, on the verge of going out completely. And God's response is not to crush what is already broken or extinguish what is already dying. His response is to restore, to heal, to breathe life back into what seemed dead. That is the posture you must carry. That is the heart you must embody. When broken people come into your path, when wounded souls cross your journey, when those who have been lost in darkness finally stumble toward the light, you must be ready to receive them with compassion, not judgment, with grace, not condemnation, with love, not rejection. Before we continue, I want to pause and ask you something. If you are finding value in this message, if your spirit is being fed right now, do me a favor and leave a comment below, sharing one thing that has stood out to you so far. It does not have to be long. Just a sentence or two. Maybe it is a specific line that hit you. Maybe it is a feeling you are experiencing. Maybe it is a realization that just clicked into place. Share it in the comments. Your testimony might be exactly what someone else needs to read to confirm what God is speaking to them. Now, let me address something crucial. There is a difference between the chosen and the ordinary, but not in the way most people think. The chosen are not better. They are not more valuable in God's eyes. They are not loved more. Every single person on this planet is deeply loved by the Creator. Every soul matters. Every life has worth. But the chosen are the ones who have responded to the call. They are the ones who have said yes to the assignment. They are the ones who have stepped out of comfort and into obedience. The ordinary ones, those who have not yet awakened, are not your enemies. They are not beneath you. They are not unworthy of your time and attention. They are simply at a different stage in their journey. Some of them are about to wake up. Some of them are being prepared for their own moment of activation. Some of them will become the most powerful voices in the next season, because when God transforms someone who was deeply lost, the testimony they carry becomes a weapon against the enemy's lies. So do not despise the ordinary ones. Do not look down on them. Do not write them off. Instead, pray for them, intercede for them, speak life over them. Plant seeds of truth in conversations. Model a life that makes them curious about the source of your peace, your joy, your strength. Be a living epistle that points them toward something greater than what they currently know. Your responsibility is not to force anyone to wake up. Your responsibility is not to argue people into belief. Your responsibility is not to prove yourself right. Your responsibility is to walk in such alignment with your purpose that the evidence of God's presence in your life becomes undeniable. When people see you navigating storms with peace, when they watch you facing opposition with grace, when they witness you enduring trials with unwavering faith, something inside them will stir. Questions will arise. Curiosity will grow, and when they are ready, when their hearts are finally open, they will come to you asking how you do it. And in that moment, you will have the privilege of pointing them to the source. But here is what you need to understand about the season we are entering. It is not going to be easy. The pressures are going to intensify. The challenges are going to multiply. The opposition is going to increase. The enemy knows his time is short, and he is going to throw everything he has at those who are waking up, those who are rising, those who are stepping into their divine assignments. He is going to attack your mind with doubt. He is going to attack your emotions with fear. He is going to attack your relationships with division. He is going to attack your finances with lack. He is going to attack your health with sickness. He is going to use every tool in his arsenal to stop you from becoming who you are destined to be. But here is the truth that will anchor you when the attacks come. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. That is 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. The power that lives inside you, the Spirit of the living God, is infinitely greater than any force that comes against you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No scheme designed to destroy you will succeed. No trap set to ensnare you will hold you, because you are covered by the blood. You are protected by divine authority. You are surrounded by angels assigned to guard you. When fear tries to grip your heart, when anxiety tries to overwhelm your mind, when despair tries to drag you into darkness, you must make a choice. You must choose faith over fear. You must choose truth over lies. You must choose the promises of God over the threats of the enemy. And that choice is not a one-time decision. It is a daily, moment-by-moment, sometimes second-by-second decision to realign your thoughts with heaven's perspective. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16 gives us clear instruction. In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one. Notice it says all circumstances, not just the easy ones, not just when you feel strong, not just when everything is going well, in all circumstances. When you are tired, when you are confused, when you are hurting, when you are disappointed, when you are under attack. In those moments, you pick up the shield of faith and you use it to deflect the lies, the accusations, the doubts, the fears that are being hurled at you. Faith is not passive. Faith is active. Faith is a weapon. Faith is a defense mechanism. Faith is what allows you to stand when everything in your natural circumstances is screaming at you to fall. And your faith must be stronger than the storms you face. Your faith must be more persistent than the obstacles in your path. Your faith must be more powerful than the opposition arrayed against you. So how do you strengthen your faith? You feed it with the Word. You immerse yourself in Scripture. You meditate on the promises of God until they become more real to you than the problems you see. You worship even when you do not feel like it. You praise even when your circumstances have not changed. You declare truth over your life even when the evidence seems to contradict it. You surround yourself with people who build you up, who speak life over you, who remind you of who you are when you forget. And you protect your faith by guarding what you allow into your mind and heart. You cannot afford to entertain every thought that enters your head. You cannot afford to consume content that weakens your resolve. You cannot afford to spend time with people who drain your spiritual energy. You must be ruthless about protecting the atmosphere around you, because the enemy knows that if he can poison your environment, he can compromise your faith. If this message has been speaking to you, if you feel like this is a word in season for your life right now, I want you to do something. Share this video with 3 people, not randomly, intentionally. Think about 3 people who are going through a season of transition, who are facing spiritual battles, who need to be reminded of their identity and their purpose. Send it to them with a personal note. Let them know you are thinking of them. Let them know you are praying for them. Let them know they are not alone. The time for playing small is over. The time for hiding your light is over. The time for shrinking back in fear is over. The time for doubting your calling is over. The time for making excuses is over. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your hour to rise. And you do not need to wait until you feel ready. You do not need to wait until all your questions are answered. You do not need to wait until you have everything figured out. You do not need to wait until you feel qualified. The strength you are praying for is already being built inside you through obedience. Every time you choose to trust God when it does not make sense, you are building spiritual muscle. Every time you step forward in faith despite your fear, you are increasing your capacity. Every time you say yes to God, even when it is inconvenient, uncomfortable, or costly, you are expanding your ability to carry what He wants to give you. The wisdom you are seeking is already being formed through surrender. When you admit you do not have all the answers, when you lay down your need to control everything, when you trust God's plan over your own understanding, wisdom begins to flow. The courage you desperately want is already growing inside you. Every single time you choose faith over fear, every time you speak truth even when your voice shakes, every time you stand for what is right even when you stand alone, courage is being forged in the fire of your trials. To step into your power is not about arrogance. It is not about pride. It is not about elevating yourself above others. It is about stepping into who you were created to be before the foundation of the world. Before time began, before the earth was formed, before the first breath was breathed, God had a vision for your life. He saw you. He knew you. He planned every detail of your purpose. He designed you specifically for the assignment He would give you, and nothing that has happened in your life, none of the mistakes, none of the failures, none of the detours, none of it was a surprise to Him. He has been using it all to prepare you for this moment. Walking in your power means walking with confidence. Not the confidence that comes from what you have achieved, but confidence that comes from knowing whose you are. Not confidence rooted in your abilities, but confidence anchored in His faithfulness. Not confidence that wavers when circumstances shift, but confidence that remains steady because it is built on an unshakable foundation. It means facing challenges head-on instead of running from difficulty. It means having hard conversations instead of avoiding conflict. It means taking the narrow road instead of the easy path. It means knowing with absolute certainty that you are not alone, that God goes before you, that His Spirit empowers you, that His grace sustains you, that His strength is made perfect in your weakness. It means serving with excellence, not for applause, but for the glory of God. It means leading with humility, knowing that leadership is stewardship, not ownership. It means protecting what is vulnerable, building what is broken, healing what is wounded, and guiding what is lost. And as you rise into this calling, you do it not for recognition, not for reward, not for validation from people who will forget you as soon as the next thing catches their attention. You do it because He deserves your best. You do it because eternity is watching. You do it because someone's salvation, healing, deliverance, and breakthrough depends on your obedience. So here is my question for you, and I need you to answer this honestly in your spirit. Not with the version of yourself you show to others, not with the facade you maintain for the world, but with the real you. The you that no one else sees, the you that wrestles with doubt in the middle of the night, the you that wonders if you are enough, the you that is tired of pretending everything is fine when it is not. Will you respond to this call? Will you rise to meet this moment? Will you release the old weights that have been holding you back? The fear that has been paralyzing you, the doubt that has been silencing you, the insecurity that has been shrinking you, the need for approval that has been controlling you, the comfort zones that have kept you safe but small, the excuses that have given you permission to stay stuck. Will you let them go? Will you step fully into the calling that has been following you your entire life? Even when you tried to run from it, even when you tried to ignore it, even when you convinced yourself you were not qualified, even when you told yourself that someone else could do it better. That calling has never left you. It has been there in the quiet moments. It has been there in the dreams you have been afraid to speak out loud. It has been there in the desires you have been too scared to pursue, and now it is rising to the surface with an intensity you can no longer ignore. The world is shifting, you can feel it. Everyone can feel it. The ground beneath our feet is moving. The structures we thought were permanent are proving temporary. The systems we trusted are showing their cracks. And in the midst of this shaking, in the middle of this chaos, in the center of this storm, you have a choice to make. You can shrink back, you can hide, you can play it safe, you can wait for someone else to step up. You can convince yourself that you are not ready, not qualified, not chosen. Or you can rise, you can stand, you can speak, you can lead, you can shine, not with your own light that eventually burns out, but with the light of the one who called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. You were not brought this far to turn back now. You were not carried through everything you survived just to quit at the threshold of your breakthrough. You were not sustained through every valley you walked through, every night you cried yourself to sleep, every moment you wanted to give up. You were not sustained through all of that to retreat now. You were brought here to stand when others fall. You were brought here to lead when others hide. You were brought here to be a beacon of hope in a world that is drowning in despair. And as you move forward from this moment, as you step into the next chapter of your story, I want you to remember these truths, engrave them on your heart. Let them become the foundation you stand on. When fear tries to take control, when it whispers that you are going to fail, when it tells you that you should give up, choose faith instead. Choose to believe the promises of God over your feelings. Choose to trust His character over your circumstances. Choose to walk by faith and not by sight. When you feel alone, when the isolation becomes overwhelming, when it seems like nobody understands what you are going through, when it feels like you are the only one fighting this battle, remember that God is near. He is not distant. He is not detached. He is not watching from afar. He is present. He is with you. He is walking through the fire beside you. He is standing in the storm with you. He is closer than the air you breathe. When the storm gets loud, when the noise becomes deafening, when the chaos threatens to drown out every other voice, stay steady. Do not be moved by what you see. Do not be shaken by what you hear. Do not be discouraged by how long it is taking. Do not be intimidated by the size of the opposition. Stay rooted, stay grounded, stay anchored in the truth that cannot be shaken, the word that cannot be broken, the God who cannot fail. You are not walking this path by yourself. You were never meant to. God's protection surrounds you like a shield on every side. His peace, which transcends all human understanding, is available to guard your heart and mind, keeping you stable when everything else is unstable. And His hand, mighty and strong, will carry you through situations that would destroy others who do not have access to the resources you have, the power you carry, the anointing that rests on your life. The revolution has begun, and you are part of it, not a spectator, not an observer, not someone watching from the sidelines. You are an active participant. You are a key player. You are essential to what God is doing in this hour. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your call. And the question that will define the rest of your life is simple. Will you answer? Will you say yes? Will you step forward even though you are afraid? Will you trust even though you cannot see the entire path? Will you obey even though it costs you something? The choice is yours. But know this, heaven is watching. Angels are ready, resources are prepared, doors are about to open. Breakthrough is imminent, and everything you have been through, everything you have endured, everything you have survived, it has all been preparation for what comes next. Do not waste it. Do not throw it away. Do not let fear steal your destiny. Step into your power. Walk in your purpose and watch what God does through a life fully surrendered to His will.